Hi, I'm Lindsay, and welcome to Blankets with Heart. This video is part of the Blankets with Heart Crochet Crash Course. Whether you're brand new to crochet or you just need a refresher, these videos are designed to help you with the basic stitches that you'll need to get started. In this video, I'll be showing you how to make a chain stitch. A chain stitch is the most basic stitch that you will ever make when you crochet. I always start my students with learning how to make a chain stitch because the motion you go through with wrapping the yarn around the hook and pulling the yarn through a loop is the basic foundation of all the crochet stitches that there are. So the more you practice your chain stitch, the more comfortable and even you get with it, the better your final crochet will be. So let me show you how we make a chain stitch. For the chain stitch, I start with a slip knot already on my hook. If you need help with this, check out my previous video in this series on how to make a slip knot. Now the chain stitch is basically made by wrapping the yarn around the hook and pulling the yarn through the loop. So the yarn goes around the hook, and take care to note the direction here. So the yarn is wrapping around like this. Sometimes people get confused and try and do it this way. You can do it that way, but it's a lot harder. The standard conventional way is to wrap your yarn like this. Now, when it comes time to pull the yarn through for the chain, you want to rotate your hook so that the little tip right here is facing down. That's going to help this yarn slide through that loop. Let's do it again. Wrap, rotate the hook to pull it through. Wrap, rotate the hook to pull it through. I always tell my students when I first teach them to chain stitch to just keep doing this until you're sick of it. You're building the muscle memory for the basic crochet stitches when you do this. Now, because I've had lots of practice, my chain stitches are fairly even. It's okay if you're starting out and yours aren't. Now let's look at the different parts of the chain. You'll see on this side of the chain, I've got little V's. There's a strand here, that makes a V. A strand here, that makes a V. Each of those is a chain stitch. So when I'm counting the number of chain stitches I made, I'm basically counting the V's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this one down here is my 7th chain stitch. If you rotate your chain, you'll see the back has bumps on it. Depending on your instructions, sometimes it'll tell you to work your first row of stitches into these bumps, or sometimes it won't specify, and you can work wherever you prefer, into those bumps or into these loops. Through one loop, like this, or through 2 loops by going underneath both parts of the V. Like that, so that you have both parts on your hook. It doesn't matter which way you do it, as long as you're consistent throughout. Now that you've learned how to make a chain stitch, keep practicing this until you're comfortable with it. You can always review this video as many times as you need to get the hang of the motions. Make sure and check out the other videos in this series, like and subscribe for more great crochet content, and visit me at www.blanketswithheart.com. Happy stitching!